Anthony, welcome to Frightfest, and you've come to represent the film Scare Package, which I have to say, there's so much gore I felt I needed an umbrella to shelter. What drew you to the project initially?
So I met Aaron Kunst and Cameron Burns, two of the producers, at Texas Frightmare in Dallas a year or two ago. I was there with a short of mine, which they saw and they really liked, and I think it was kind of in line with this also, like horror comedy. So we hung out after that, and then a month or two later, they approached me about doing a segment. They were one segment short, so I think ours was the last to shoot. Well, besides theirs, their big finale segment. So yeah, I jumped at the opportunity.
Well, Scare Package is a really clever and elaborate deconstruction of horror, the horror genre generally. How intimidated were you about your knowledge of the genre? And because obviously when one tries to be clever about the genre, it can be very challenging and lots of pitfalls. So how did you safeguard yourself against that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm always pretty confident with my knowledge of the genre, but yeah, there's a lot more scrutiny when you're playing with horror comedy and deconstructing the genre. Otherwise, horror can be a very forgiving place with horror fans. But I think when you're making fun at it and taking a closer look at it, they can be a little more critical. So that was kind of scary. So I think the trope we were playing with of the killer that won't die in slasher films is kind of a well-known one, but we tried to sprinkle in some deeper cut references so that people knew we know our shit.
I thought what was particularly clever about the film was even though you were deconstructing it with all those pitfalls that we've discussed, it still managed to retain a kind of originality and a dignity to it, which I'm sure horror fans would appreciate. Was that always part of the objective of making the film?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, one of the harder things was like, whoa, okay, we're going to do a masked killer. What's the mask going to be? Like, who is this, Because, I mean, obviously we're not trying to start a franchise by any means here, but you kind of want to play with, they're usually iconic, the ones that take off. So we found something that kind of looked like the Scream mask, but was a little original. So yeah, that was trying to keep it original was definitely on our minds. So we tried, especially with the kills. I think unique kills in slasher films are few and far between. I think Nightmare on Elm Street has the best ones because Freddy can kill you however he wants. But otherwise, it's a lot of throat slits and stabs through the heart. So we tried to get more clever.
So what next for you, finally?
Next, we're in post-production on a new short called Every Time We Meet for Ice Cream, Your Whole Fucking Face Explodes. So that hopefully will turn out and be something that festivals want, and we'll be, trying to get that into festivals next year in 2020. And then right now we're trying to get a feature off the ground that hopefully we'll shoot next year.
So you are allowed to swear if it's the title of a movie, you see. That's the thing.
Good, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Anthony, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay at Frightfest and in London. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.